It's just too good. It is just too good. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's very fun video. We have officially entered the Burr months, the fall months. It is currently September 2nd. So I kind of wanted to have the perfect fall day today. Twist is you guys will actually be determining what I do today. Over on my Bookstagram, I will be posting polls throughout the day that determines what I will be doing throughout the day. And the first poll that I posted this morning to marinate the longest is where I will be getting my coffee this morning. I have the little coffee emoji, which means I will be going out to get my coffee. And then we have the home emoji, which means I'll be making my coffee at home. Really hoping the first one wins. Starbucks did come out with their fall menu and I have yet to get my pumpkin chai. I really want one, so I'm hoping that one wins. The next poll is the headphones emoji and the music emoji. This will determine if I listen to an audiobook throughout the day or if I listen to music throughout the day. I have a feeling this one's pretty obvious, so I feel like people will choose audiobook. And then for the last poll that I've posted for the morning, I'm going to be posting more throughout the day, but just for now, this is the last one. We have the book stack emoji and then the single book open emoji. So the book stack means that I will be going to a secondhand bookstore, and the single book means that I can go to Barnes, but I'm only allowed to buy one book. And as you guys know, I am currently on a book buying ban, but not a super strict book buying ban. It means I'm not allowed to go on like a shopping spree or like a Barnes trip or anything like that. I have been buying books secondhand though, so whenever I'm at thrift stores, I let myself buy those. I will be thinking of more polls throughout the day, and I already have a few in mind. One of them being which book I will be reading today. Anyways, let's go look at what you guys chose for my coffee. Okay, so I posted the story an hour ago. I posted it at 9 and it is currently 10. Okay, 63% chose to go out to get a coffee. 35% chose to make my coffee at home. That means I can go get my pumpkin chai. And then for the audiobook and the music, 76% chose audiobook and 24% chose music. That means I will be listening to an audiobook while we are out on our little excursions today. But I think it's time to start our fall day. Pumpkin chai is acquired. I also got new mics, so I really hope that this is working. I've tested it on my phone and I kind of tested it with a few clips, but I haven't like full on tested it yet. So I am a little nervous that it's not working and the audio quality is just awful right now, or it's like staticky or something. I don't know. So I am nervous that this isn't working, but I guess we shall find out. But let's take the first sip of the season. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is just as good as I remember. But it is now time to officially check the polls and see where the bookstore is standing at. Okay, so 42% of people chose Barnes, which is the one book emoji, and 58% chose the book stack, which is the secondhand bookstore. Hey, am in fact... Hi, editing Maddie here. So after this clip, my mic did in fact disconnect again. The Bluetooth connector that's used for the mic plugs into my microphone jack on my camera. It was in fact dead, but whenever I went to pair them, it would like be not dead for like 5 seconds and then it would just die again. Every single clip after this, there is absolutely no audio because after it dies, it is still plugged into my jack. I just wanted to fill in the gap a little bit about what I was going to talk about in that clip. So I ended up actually going to Barnes because I found nothing at the thrift bookstore. That was my first time ever walking out of there with nothing. I was still in the mood to bookshop, and so I ended up going to Barnes because that was the other prompt for the polls. It was either go to the secondhand bookstore and I can get multiple books, or I can go to Barnes and only get one book. And so I did try the prompt that won, but I ended up finding nothing. So that is where I was because you could not see the Barnes because the cars were in fact blocking the store. So you couldn't even see me showing you Barnes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this montage of me shopping at Barnes. Hey guys, I'm obviously back from my little excursions and I wanted to give you guys a haul. Yep, there is in fact a haul to give. Starting off really quick, I did go by Aldi on the way home. I saw on either Instagram or TikTok that they had cat beds, fall cat beds. I wanted the pumpkin cat bed for Chauncey, but they did not have that, but they did have this like wooden log, and it is a wee bit small, and Chauncey's like a lengthy kind of cat. He does fit a little snug. I also like the like log because I can keep it until like December, Christmas time, even year round to be honest, because my room is a bunch of browns, so it would match anyways. So I will get more use out of it if Chauncey does end up liking it or one of the other cats likes it. From Aldi, I also got a $3 or like $4 single wick candle. It's currently on my candle warmer right now, but it's cinnamon pumpkin and it smells so good, and again it was literally only like $4. Anyways, that's all I got from Aldi. I did end up going to Barnes. As we know, I tried talking to you guys with the mic, but the Bluetooth connector wasn't charged. I didn't even think about charging it because I charged the mics, but I didn't charge the Bluetooth connector, so it kept dying. I went to Barnes because I wanted to just look at books. I wanted to browse some books. I wanted to look at some books, but I did make like a TBR list of books that I want to buy and then books that I don't necessarily want on my shelf but I want to read, if that makes sense. Like romance books I usually just like to read on my Kindle. I don't necessarily care about having them on my shelf unless it's like a specific author. I just don't really buy a lot of romance books. Most of the books on the list of books that I don't necessarily want to buy but I do want to read, they're fall themed books or like romance books. And I also made a list of books that I want to buy once I allow myself to start buying books again. So that was just fun, just browsing through books, reading the backs of books, seeing the new things out there, and just smelling Barnes and Noble. I didn't realize how long it had been since I've been in a Barnes. As soon as I walked in and I smelled Barnes, I was like, yep, I missed it. I missed the smell. Anyways, I did end up buying 2 books. Yeah, I did, but I do have the receipt to talk to you guys about how much these books cost, because I originally was just going to buy this chunky book right here. It was originally $22. And then while I was checking out, the worker was like, if you choose one of these books, you can get that book for 50% off. Count me in. And the second book that I ended up getting, she was like, this book I really recommend, like it's like vampires, it's like a perfect fall read. And I was like, I actually was looking at this book to buy, I'll take it. Okay, but like she said, I ended up getting the first book 50% off. The $22 book ended up getting 50% off. This other book was originally $13 because it was a YA book, and so the first book I ended up getting for $7.60 because I had 50% off. I'm a member, so I got 10% off, and then I also had a $5 reward. Ended up getting it for $7.60. And then the second book, I had my 10% off again, and then the percent of the $5 reward that went to this book, it was $8.98. So I ended up getting both of these books for $17.82. So all of that is to say that I got 2 books from Barnes & Noble for $17, and one of the books was originally $22. I don't really understand how the Barnes like monthly picks work. Of how I'm interpreting it, I could have just asked the worker, to be completely honest. If you buy a book that is not a part of the monthly pick, but then you buy a book that is a part of the monthly pick, the book that is not a part of it is 50% off, because that's how it worked in my situation. I don't know, but I did get 2 books for $17. So that is a win to me, especially because the second book that I ended up getting was on the list that I made of books that I wanted to buy. Starting off with the book that I was originally just going to get, and that is The Raven Scholar. Ever since I watched Freya's reading vlog where she read this, I have had this on my like mental TBR, and I just haven't seen it in person because, like I said, I haven't gone book shopping. I was between this and Jasad Air because I have been really wanting to read Jasad Air, but for some reason I was gravitating heavily towards this over Jasad Air, so I obviously ended up getting this book, and she is a thick one. Okay, look at that. It's honestly not that long though. I mean, it is long, but it looks like it's a lot longer than it actually is. One second, let me look. 643 pages, but this looks a lot thicker than 600 and something pages to me. I don't know. Also, the flop on this, so good. So good. And for some reason I just felt the need to read this physically. Like Jasad Air, I might just end up getting it on my Kindle or something like that, and if I really like it, then I'll go and buy the book. But this one I just really want to read physically. I feel like I'm gonna want to highlight some things, annotate some things. I don't know, I just have a really good feeling about this book. So this is the first book that I got, and the book that I got at checkout, which again was actually another book that I was debating on getting, and that is Immortal Dark. This is a vampire YA fantasy, aka the perfect fall read. I'm really glad that I did end up getting this because, again, it just, like, look at that. That is just such a fall book to me. I'm very glad to have my hands on this. And obviously The Raven Scholar. I will not be reading either of these books in this reading vlog. I know it's so unfortunate, but the poll includes 2 other books, which I feel like you guys will be okay with. I will be reading these books in another reading vlog very soon, so keep an eye out for that. But before we get into the reading vlog section of this video, I do want to talk about the book that I was listening to for today, and that is Bloodmarked. I am currently on chapter 6, again, in the audiobook. I'm on page 66, and everything that happened in the last book is slowly coming back to me the more that this book goes on, and I'm still trying to decide how I feel about the like magic concept of this book, because the magic is descended by King Arthur's knights, and so it kind of gets passed down from their bloodline, does the magic, which is very interesting. But I'm also like slightly confused, just like a little bit. There's also like demons and different types of beings, I guess you could say. There's just kind of like a lot going on that I feel like I don't remember properly from the first book, and so I still am a little bit confused, but I'm not like lost, if that makes sense. Like, I'm keeping up with the story as it's going. I am just like slightly confused, but again, I'm not like lost in the story at all. I probably won't get any farther into this book in this video, but I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about Bloodmarked since I did listen to some of it in this video. So that's my brief update on Bloodmarked. Whenever I do finish this, if you want to see my review and rating of this book, my Goodreads and Fables always linked down below, but that is all for Bloodmarked in this video. Okay guys, so I think the mic is finally working, fingers crossed. For my last 2 polls of the day, we had the choice between 2 different books and also the amount of time that I'll be reading for. So I will be doing a reading sprint for however amount of time won in the poll. First, we're going to talk about the book that I will be reading. So you could probably guess it from the emojis. The 2 books to choose from were Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and then New Moon. New Moon I'm actually currently in the middle of, so this would kind of just be a continuing reading. And the Sorcerer's Stone I have not picked up yet. My number 1 goal for my fall reading is to read all of Harry Potter. I feel like either one of these would be super fun to read with you guys because I did read Twilight with you guys as well. Definitely really want to read Harry Potter. I've just been in the Harry Potter mood. I've been watching the movies like back to back the past like 2 weeks. Just cannot stop thinking about wanting to pick up the series. And then obviously the Twilight series is like the perfect fall read as well. But let's see which one won in the polls. So we have 43% for New Moon and then 57% for Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm so glad that we are picking up Harry Potter. Oh my god. And I will be reading it on my Kindle because it is as stiff as a board, okay? I thrifted the entire series, and so the pages are like ancient. I will keep the book next to me just for aesthetic purposes, I guess. And that also means I can put the first Harry Potter on while I read. Okay, and then for the final poll, we have the amount of minutes that I will be reading for this reading sprint. I will be reading the entire book with you guys, but I do want to do a reading sprint to get into it. The options were 30, 60, and 90 minutes. 9% chose 30, 38% chose 90, and 54% chose 60. We'll be doing a 1-hour reading sprint of reading The Sorcerer's Stone. I'm just getting myself set up here. So I obviously have my iPad right here for the 1 hour. I'm going to put put on the first Harry Potter for background ambiance. I have a Samsung TV. Does anyone else's lag like crazy? Or is it just me? Because the lagging really irritates me. Wait, let me show you guys our lineup. Yeah, can you tell that our entire family are huge Harry Potter fans? Continue watching. Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, Goblet of Fire. I just put on a random one, just whichever one I'm feeling. Today we are obviously watching The Sorcerer's Stone. I love this one. It is so nostalgic.
Welcome to Harry Potter Magical Movie Mode.
Oh my god, what is this? Oh, this is the magical movie mode. Okay, cool. We're going to the regular version, because what the heck is that? It's just too good. It is just too good. Okay, I need to focus. This might not be a good idea, to be honest. Okay, so I have the book pulled up on my Kindle, and let's get started reading. Ugh, just reading the Dursleys' name. Oh my god, guys, I just got up to move my camera. He's in his house! Oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, he's so freaking cute. Ah. Oh my god, that hurt. We're locked in now, though. We are locked in. Is this light distracting? Is that better? Is that better? I can't tell. Just like a little blinding. McGonagall really had his back the whole time. Not Dumbledore, though. I'm officially done with the 1 hour reading sprint, and I'm currently on page 71. Honestly thought I was going to be like 100 pages in, and alas I'm not. For one, I got sidetracked quite a bit. I also just think I'm not as fast as a reader as I thought I would, but that's totally fine. As you guys can see, I ended up switching from reading on my Kindle to reading in the book because I felt kind of detached as I was reading it on my Kindle, if that makes sense. Like, I felt like I needed to pick up the physical book to kind of feel like the magic of reading Harry Potter. I don't know. So I'm 22% of the way through currently, but so far I'm really, really glad that I picked this up. It is just so like magical and nostalgic. I don't know, and I keep pausing the movie to wait until like I get to the point in the book, and then I unpause it and I pause it again. So maybe I need to turn the movie off until I actually finish the book. I'm just so glad that I'm finally reading Harry Potter. I will be going to the UK in about a month, actually. It's like a month and a half. We leave on October 17th, and we're going to London, and we're staying with some family. Kind of like, not the countryside, but like I don't know how to describe it. It's like in the middle of England. I don't know. But we're staying with some family, and we're going to Edinburgh, Scotland. Edinburgh is where a lot of this is inspired by, so I'm just really, really excited to be reading this. Those are my thoughts for now, but I will chat with you guys the next time I decide to pick up the book, which will be in like a couple hours probably. It is now like 7:40. For the rest of the night, I kind of just want to sit down and read Harry Potter and see how much more we can get through this. I'm just so excited to like meet Hermione, meet Ron, meet the twins, go to Hogwarts, and for like Harry to see Hogwarts for the first time and to be going to classes and just that entire setting, because the first book is obviously just so innocent compared to the rest of the movies. As we know, each and every book slash movie just gets progressively darker. The themes just get a little bit darker. It gets a little bit more serious because as they get older, things just get more serious. So I'm just really excited to continue this. Right now they're at Gringotts, and so they're obviously in Diagon Alley. The only thing I'm thinking about is being in Universal in Diagon Alley and also on the Gringotts ride. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Envisioning the ride in the park as well because I feel like they did Diagon Alley to a T. Obviously the next day, and I did finish Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm just so glad that I decided to start this series. I really cannot wait to read the rest of these books. The world is just so magical, obviously, but it's also just incredibly special to me, so I'm so glad I finally was able to start it. Glad that I read it with you guys. I would like to vlog me reading the rest of the series whenever that will be. Also, I don't really have a rating for this book. I feel like it might be like a 4-star, maybe? I'm not too sure because I already have such an attachment and a bias towards the story, so I don't really know how I could solidify a rating. Again, I feel like maybe it's at like a 4-star, but I don't know. It just feels really weird rating this book specifically. I feel like maybe the later we get into the series, we'll be able to give like an actual rating, but this one just feels a little odd to rate. I don't know why. Since I did finish the book that I was reading with you guys, it is unfortunately the end of today's video. This video was honestly so much fun and I definitely will be doing it again. I also have a few other ideas where I will be using my Bookstagram to like ask questions, give prompts, something like that. If you want to be involved in the next like followers choose my something, check out my Bookstagram. Like I just said, having you guys involved in a video is just super fun and I absolutely loved it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next one. Bye.